I want everyone to comment on the video right now. Who do you have winning the NBA MVP of the regular season this year? There's a lot of choices. We don't know who's going to win it. But what we do know is last year, our boy Giannis took home the regular season MVP, and deservingly so. Some people said Harden, whatever. I think Giannis deserved it for not only his extraordinary individual numbers, but also for the overall team success. You know, that stuff is always taken into consideration in terms of the regular season MVP. Now, what we have here today is our Giannis Antetokounmpo build. Now, I posted this build back when the demo was out, and I just finally made it on the actual game. Finally, you know, put the VC into it, upgraded to an 85 overall. And in this gameplay, we have no badges, but what you're gonna see is what this build is capable of. And it's only going to get better as you get the badges, obviously, or as I get the badges, I should say, if you ended up making the build. Now, the thing I like about this build is you could run, say, in the park, if you're running threes, you could run him at the 2 or the 3. It's very Giannis-like. You know, Milwaukee, sometimes they'll go small ball, put Giannis at the 5, you know, play him as a center. You could do that in the park, but what we're doing here is we're running with a point guard. I'm running the 2, and then we have a glass cleaning lockdown at center. Now, the glass lock has to be able to shoot for this to work. You can't run this build at the 2 if you're playing with it inside center. It's going to be too clogged up. There's not going to be enough spacing, at least for my liking. All right, so basically what I'm looking for if I'm running this build at the 2 is a point guard that can shoot, a center that can shoot, and then I can be the one that's going to set the screens, cut to the basket, go for the alley-oops. Now, one thing you're going to see, I think Giannis's rebounding numbers were ridiculous last year, all right? He was one of the best rebounders in the league, and he's going to continue to do that. Multitude of reasons. I mean, just his overall size, his wingspan, and also his athleticism. And you're going to see on this build, and this is, remember, all this is with no badges. This dude is athletic as hell, especially for someone who, I made mine 6'10 max wingspan, which this year is the size of a lot of centers. A lot of people went with 6'11 or 7'1" centers. I'm 6'10 max wingspan, and I have probably like 30 or 40 more vertical and speed than them, so I have the athleticism advantage over them. He can run the 3, like I said, and you'll be fine against centers. But at the 2, what you're going to see happens is, obviously, unless the team is running with 2 bigs, I got a mismatch all day. I got a guard on me, which gives me free boards, free alley-oops, free inside buckets. Look, I'm just patient here. Get a little inside position. That dude is way too small for this build. And remember, this is with no badges. Once I have contact finisher, Hall of Fame, and hustle rebounder, Hall of Fame, or not hustle rebounder, they call it rebound chaser, but you guys know what I'm saying. Once I have all these badges, he's going to be even that much more dominant. But you're going to see in this gameplay, we're already up 9-2, so we're dogging these dudes right off the rip. We're off to, obviously, a really good start. We're playing like a 2-1 zone, basically. I'm playing at the top, and look, you see me snagging. And this is going against not only opposing teams' players that have badges, you know, their glass lock has badges. I don't. Look, I'm dunking all over him. Going against the opponent that has badges, but also the center on my team has his badges, and even I was getting rebounds over him. We went on like a nice little like 6 or 8 game streak for me to get these couple gameplays, and even he was saying like, yo, how are you out rebounding me when I'm the one that has the badges? And I was like, listen, I think it's just the athleticism. My dude has like a 70 vertical at 6'10 max wingspan. I'm like a center with 70 vertical. That's something you don't really see. Catching lobs all day long. The build really does feel like Giannis. The only thing I would say that doesn't feel like Giannis is obviously the ball handling. Like Giannis could speed boost if you play with him and play now and all that. And obviously in real life, Giannis can handle the ball. He can run the point. And this dude, my guy, I think he has like a 60-something ball handling. So it's not, you know, you're not going to be ISOing and stuff, but you can do some things, especially out of the triple threat, throwing that quick first step. You'll have no problem. You'll still be able to get blow-bys and stuff like that. Especially, as you can see, I threw on that slasher takeover. That's going to also help you obviously get blow-bys and turn the corner on people and get out in transition. Look, I throw it over, get the lob right back. We're out here balling. This is, again, I just want to say one more time, no badges, no lob city finisher, no contact finisher, no rebound chaser, no nothing. No badges on this dude yet. It's one of my first games ever playing on him. Now, NBA this season, we talked about it. MVP, who do y'all have? Make sure you comment down below so that if you're right, you could always screenshot it and say, listen, I called it before the season even started. It's tough for me to choose. If I had to say the top 3 candidates go, you know, before the season, obviously stuff can change, injuries, trades, all that. I would say the 3 favorites have to be James Harden. I mean, listen, if he's playing under Mike D'Antoni, he's going to put up crazy numbers. He will always, in that system where he's handling the ball, 60% of the time or whatever his usage rate was, he is going to put up crazy numbers. So he'll be in the running. I think Steph Curry has a great chance because, Golden State's going back to kind of old ways before KD. You guys remember, that was when Steph went back-to-back MVPs and unanimous MVP, the only player in NBA history to win a unanimous MVP. I think in that system, especially Klay's out, he's going to have even more shots until Klay returns, if he returns later in the season. I think it's easy to say that Steph is going to be averaging over 30 a game, and it really just depends on the team's success then about whether or not he'll be in the running for MVP. And last but not least, I think Giannis has a great chance again. I mean, Milwaukee's basically got the same players coming back, the same roster. Is going to be a very similar system. Giannis is going to be the man. He's going to get to shine. And I think in the East, obviously, they got, Philadelphia, Boston. They have a couple of decent teams, but I think they're going to do very, very well and probably be first in the East again. Especially, with Kawhi leaving Toronto. I don't think Toronto's really a threat anymore, obviously. So I think Milwaukee's definitely going to be first in the East, and then Giannis is going to put up crazy numbers, so he'll be in contention as well. I mean, you could look at, maybe, LeBron and AD, one of them, if they have a standout season and the Lakers finish, towards the top of the West. You could even say Kawhi, but I think all those dudes, LeBron, Kawhi, Paul George, Anthony Davis, I think all of them are going to have good seasons, but I don't think they're going to take the regular season as serious. I think they're going to be resting. They're going to be taking nights off. They're going to be saving themselves for later in the year in the playoffs. Both those teams, the goal is to win a championship. They're not too concerned about their seeding in the playoffs. Obviously, the higher they finish, the better, but they're not going to be going, balls to the wall trying to get as many wins as possible in the regular season. They're going to take nights off. They're going to utilize that load management that you always see, and they're going to make sure that they are as healthy as possible come playoff time. That's both those teams, Clippers and Lakers. That is their goal. I'm sure they'll both still finish towards the top of the West, but you understand what I'm saying. They're not going to be, I think, Steph, Harden, Giannis, they're going to be going harder in the regular season than, those guys on the Lakers and the Clippers. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? Maybe they come out and their guns blazing, trying to get as many wins and put up the best numbers possible. Who knows? You never really know. But on to gameplay number 2. We're out here again. We're facing an interior force this time. But again, since I'm running the 2, I'm matched up on the guards. I'm setting the screens, doing the cuts. Our center's spotting up, taking their center out of the picture. So it's a nice little system that we got going. And what you're going to see in this gameplay is, this is still with no badges, by the way. I didn't unlock any badges. You can look in the top right corner of the whole game. You'll never see a badge pop up. But what you're going to see is my dude, look at snag. I get 10 rebounds this game. 10 rebounds. Now you're going to see most of them come on this one play. But again, the lobs are there all day. I mean, imagine when you have Lob City Finisher with this dude. He's going to be a lob machine, which is also really good for rep this year. Lobs are one of the best ways to get rep if you're looking to rep up, trying to hit Legend or Superstar 2 or whatever you're trying to do. Again, I'm grabbing rebounds in traffic. And remember, this is no badges. This is going against my center and the other team's center and the slasher on the other team, and they all have badges. Like, the dude on my team has Hall of Fame rebound chaser. I'm sure the interior force on the other team has rebound chaser Hall of Fame, and I have nothing, and I'm still the one grabbing the boards. It's pretty crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty damn unique of a build to do this. Now, just like Giannis in real life, the big downfall is the inability to shoot. And we're going to see if Giannis, has been working on that. He's going to improve that. We saw in the playoffs, he really got exposed by the Raptors. They just walled up and made it so, listen, Giannis, you're not coming down here in the paint. You're going to have to shoot jump shots if you want to score. And he struggled against the Raptors, especially after the first couple games. But this build that I made, it's not a good shooting build. You can hit... you can shoot the mid-range decently consistent, depending on, your point guard's badges and stuff. But this isn't a shooting build. This is a inside finishing, defending, rebounding build. Now, this is the play that I'm talking about. Once I have my badges, I bet you I'm going to finish before I have to grab all these rebounds. But what you're going to see is great pass to the corner. He misses. I'm snagging, right? I'm just going to keep going up. As you can see, I get blocked. I get the rebound. I missed the layup. I get the rebound. I missed the layup. I get the rebound. Like, One of these is going to go in, or I'm going to get a contact dunk, but I don't have contact finisher. I don't have any badges at all, but I'm still grabbing every rebound. So that just killed my field goal percentage, but I got freaking 8 rebounds, all right? One thing I will say about this build, and it's probably true for any defensive build, after playing, you know, all my other builds are like offensive builds. They're not really, you know, they don't have a lot of defensive badges. Playing on this build, it was so easy to play defense. Like, I know I still don't have any defensive badges yet because I don't, you know, I didn't get any badges on this guy, but my defensive ratings are so high that it was like I could play defense with one hand. Like, if I'm anywhere near the ball, I just bump the dude and he can't do, you know, he can't move. As opposed to the other builds, it's like playing defense, you really got to be like concentrated and making sure you're in perfect position. These defensive builds, man, it's a hell of a lot easier to play defense. So I can only imagine when I get my badges, this Giannis build is going to be something vicious, man. But I appreciate you guys watching. Please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.